Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Donkey Kong 3. I am Maker400, and in this episode, we shall be doing Pothole Panic. This level is essentially equivalent to, I think, Jungle Hijinks. I don't know if that's 100% correct, but Jungle Hijinks in the original, Donkey Kong 2, where you used all the animal buddies in one level. That's basically what this is. We also have a new enemy called Kachunka. They will throw bombs at you, and if you get hit by the bombs, you will get damaged, obviously. But yeah, I don't think you can defeat them. But actually, let me make sure. Yeah, you can't kill those guys, but just dodge the bombs. The bombs are the only things you have to worry about. Just don't get hit by the bombs. So yeah, we start for Squawks, and then we get Engard coming up. See, I like this level. It's not too bad. Again, it's got the awesome cave music. It's got the, awesome cave look. It's in an awesome cave. And we also, again, just a lot of the enemies we've seen throughout the game already. Though this is, again, we're not even really close to the end. We still have quite a ways to go. But this level's not too bad, to be honest. So yeah, recently there's been some game announcements of sorts. The first being that Fire Emblem is being a new Fire Emblem is, well, new as in another one is being made, but it's technically a remake of the third game in the series that was released only in Japan, and it's being remade for the DS. There is one issue though that I think comes to mind: the fact that the third game in the series is actually a remake. Well, it has the first. I don't know if you necessarily call it a remake because they add. Well, it is a remake technically. They add some stuff to it, but technically it's just the first game, plus a second book, a second chapter, second version. And considering the fact that the original, or the first game, has already been released on the DS's Shadow Dragon. That basic question. I mean, some people, you would say, oh well, there is some new stuff to the original game, so they're going to include the entire thing. But like, my thought is, well, yeah, but you had the first game already released. Are they just going to release the second book and add things to it? Or again, I don't know how long it was either, though, to be honest, because I've never played it because again, it's Japanese only. You need to keep Ellie here because you'll need Ellie to get up here, and there's a bonus barrel that you have to use to jump off Ellie. But yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how long it is, and it might be just as long as the original one. It's in the third one because it's for the SNES, so and it's post the NES, so it might have been like more like a compilation as opposed to we're gonna put this in and then add something extra to it, and which I think is probably the case. So my thing is, are they just gonna have the second book, or are they gonna put both in there? And I honestly think I'm leaning towards second book personally. Again, I don't know, but yeah, I'll still probably get it because I enjoy Fire Emblem. I'm not terribly great at it, and yeah, there's a lot of lag at this point for a reason with the copters and then Squidder's Web. It makes a lot of in-game lag. This is back when games lagged. Nowadays you don't see games lagging at all, like with the newer systems and everything. Back in the old days, though, the games had a little bit of lag, especially when you have so much going on the screen. But yeah, I'm not really terribly great at Fire Emblem, but I'm not that bad. I'm not as good at like Advance Wars. I'm not as good at Advance Wars because there's just a lot more. Because the fact that with Fire Emblem you can focus on the units you have, and keep them alive, whereas with Advance Wars you can build, and that building thing kind of messes me up. Again, I tend to be someone who likes to do a little bit linearity. I tend to like linear gaming a little bit. Not to say that I don't like gaming with sandbox gaming, the open world thing, that's okay, but like sometimes it can get really confusing and make things harder. So yeah, and we're almost done with this level. We used almost all the animal buddies except for Perry, but Perry's not. And yeah, I threw up Dixie up there, and because of the way the game works, you can't get her back once you throw her up there. If she's like sad, she doesn't just come back to you. So yeah, I had to finish the level and then go through the entire level again. That really kind of annoyed me. But yeah, So yeah, that game was announced, and then they also announced, or Sega has also announced Sonic Colors, which I'm sorry, that's a really kind of odd name for a game. That's probably, and there's like aliens in it or something. I don't know. Again, I've said with Sonic before, I've said ever since I think around Sonic Heroes, and honestly, Sonic Heroes, in my opinion, wasn't that bad. A lot of people don't like that game. I honestly don't think that game was that bad, personally. I actually enjoyed it. As opposed to, you know, I think Shadow the Hedgehog was a horrible spin-off, but it was a spin-off. I don't consider it being the death of this year, or when the series was really down there, because again, you don't consider Mario spin-offs, meaning the series sucks, in my opinion. So I don't necessarily think it was the death of the series, or not death, but the downfall of the series, or the start of the downhill for the series. But I do think I've heard really horrible things about Sonic 2006 and Sonic and the Secret Rings. It was supposed to be, oh, we're gonna bring Sonic back to his glory, and it actually made him really suck. I'm sorry, I really didn't like Sonic and the Secret Rings. And before I continue on, we are in Ropey Rumpus. This level is not too bad. It's not a horrible level. Again, I like the fact that you know, in different areas they'll change the colors of the rocks are purple as opposed to brown, because it's the same kind of design, but just doing that, it just adds, you know, makes it feel like it's different. So I do like the fact that Rare does that. You know, again, it's not like they're just saying we're just gonna make a new world and you know, no, it's different level design. It's just they're changing the color to make it feel a little bit different than just the same old setting over and over. I like that. Okay, this level's not. I was trying to. There's one area where you have to drop down to find coin, and that's how I thought I was there, but no, it's coming up though. This level's not too bad at the moment. There is one thing I'll mention later when we get to it. Yeah. So yeah, I've heard bad things about Sonic 2006 and that being like the downfall. I haven't played it, so I can't say. But then I know Sonic the Secret Rings, and then Unleashed. They were like, oh, Unleashed, we're gonna bring him back to his glory, 2D, and then oh, Werehog. Yeah. Okay. So. And then Black Knight, I haven't played that one either, and I've heard somewhat good things about it as opposed to Secret Rings, so it might have been better, but I know I didn't like Secret Rings. The handheld songs are still great, in my opinion. But yeah, so yeah, ever since like the whatever they got in their mind that, oh, Sonic's dead, so they started like going really crazy and trying to fix him, and every time they try and fix him, they keep making him worse. And yeah, Perry. Did I call him Perry at one point? I think I called him Perry. Well, no, it is Perry. What am I talking about? He is Perry the Perilla Bird. I'm losing my mind. So yeah, he becomes the bonus barrel. If you screw up this one, I believe you can actually go back and get him back. There is some cases later that you can't do that. You don't have to do the entire level again. There's one really notable one. But this one's not too bad if you're good at dodging bees. So yeah, we had there's what was this? Oh, Sonic. So yeah, and I've talked about this before, but like again, I think they got in their minds or something that, oh, Sonic. I love how it keeps glitching. I think it glitched it earlier, and like Dixie just walks on top of Kiddy or something. Video glitches are always fun because they always like do odd things, make you laugh, make you cry, make you sad. So here we have, but yeah, Sonic is I think honestly they just the WiiWare and the downloadable Sonic 4, if they do go with that, that's honestly what I think they should go back to, or even the Sonic Adventures 2 stuff. That was, you know, good. Again, it's when they started saying we need to fix Sonic, you know, with, you know, like the storybook things with that, and I don't know, they every time they try and fix something, they add more gimmicks. And Heroes had somewhat of a gimmick, but not nearly as much as, like, Werehog. Here we have Barbos. And I showed you me dying first, just to show you that I died quite a few times against this boss. This is the successful attempt. But I also want to show you leading in. Barbos is, you fight as Engar, and he's arguably the hardest boss in the game. That's arguably. There's other ones that you could technically say possibly, but I don't know. I'd say Barbos is definitely up there. And it shouldn't be that hard for whatever reason. It's really hard to dodge some of the things he throws at you. Again, he's not too difficult, I guess. but it's just really hard to dodge something. Like this phase really actually isn't that bad, but you know, I think mostly it's the first and second phase. This one's not too bad. But anyway, yeah, he's the Lurchin. He's the boss of this world. Actually, in the Game Boy Advance remake, I think it's the Croctopus or something is the boss of this world, and this guy is the boss of a different area they added. I think. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. But he's a boss of the extra area they added. But yeah, he reminds me of Mother Brain from the Captain. I don't know if it's a he or she, but the Captain N series. But yeah, it gives us the bonus coin. So yeah, this is the also the second boss that we get to face in this game that we face as the animal buddy, that being Engard. And now we are done with Razor Ridge, and we will go on to the last world of, well, not technically the last world if you've played this game before, but Chaos Core.